Good evening, everybody. My name is Declan Moore, and I'm the Chief Executive Officer for the Campaspe Shire Council. It's my pleasure to welcome you all here this evening for the Citizenship ceremony, especially those people who will be taking their oath in a short time. We do apologise for the strange events that we find ourselves in, where normally we would be quite a, if not raucous, we'd certainly have a lot more people involved, your family, lots more people here from council, local members of parliament and the like, because this is a very strange time we find ourselves in terms of COVID-19, and in a sense a bit stranger too, because I'm not used to being facing the same way as everybody I'm talking to, because of the way we've set up the room, so that Chris is taking some video and he'll let you know how you can get a hold of that if you want to share that with your family and friends. And obviously when we conclude all the formal parts, Chris has a camera here and is more than happy to take photographs for you guys as well. Someone will have to help Councillor Adrian Weston, our Mayor, in terms of if you want him in there, we can have a few people either side. It's very disrespectful of me, so no, I'm sure Adrian, if people are interested, would be more than happy to stage some other photographs as well for you this evening. So a bit more of the formal piece. We've got apologies primarily because of COVID-19. So our Federal Member of Parliament for Murray, Damien Drum, MP, is unable to be with us this evening, and so is the case for our State Member for Murray Plains, Peter Walsh, also unable to be here. We would normally have people from the Australian Electoral Commission to help you with your enrolments to vote at the end of the evening. Again, due to the restrictions, they're not here with us. And all the councillors from Campaspe Shire, in addition to Councillor Adrian Weston, our Mayor, we have 8 other councillors who would normally be present as well, but given the restrictions in terms of our numbers, are unable to be here tonight. But I do know that with our local MPs and the Australian Electoral Commission, all the councillors wish you all the very best for your time as citizens once we're finished here this evening, and we look forward to catching up with you. We hope at some stage when the restrictions are lifted, we would like to try and gather people back to have some level of an acknowledgement or celebration. We're not sure when that can be, but that's certainly our intention. So I'd like to acknowledge a country that we stand in this evening. So the Shire of Campaspe is the traditional lands of the Dja Dja Wurrung, Tongarong and Yorta Yorta peoples. We respect and acknowledge their unique Aboriginal cultural heritage and pay our respect to their ancestors, descendants and emerging leaders as the traditional owners of this country. We acknowledge their living culture and their unique role in the life of this region. And we are especially thinking of them at this time because the COVID restrictions actually create a lot more issues in terms of those cultural heritage values for those groups as well. So, as I say, normally we would have people sitting in particular seats, and so we had prepared this on the basis of thinking we knew where people would sit. So I might stand back a bit so I can see. And if you don't mind, I'm using 4 names this evening. So is Angela? Yes. Angela? Hi, Angela. Jacques and Simon? Yes. Yes. There. Hello. Benjamin? Yep. Are you Benjamin? Daniel? Oh, I'm doing okay so far. Good evening. Cheyenne Marie? Yep. Good evening. Delantha? Yep. Good evening. Shaminda, Lethuka and Vanuthi. My apologies for bad pronunciations. Teach me later. And Faith, who come in this evening. Evening, Faith, how are you? Welcome. You're all very welcome indeed, and perhaps I could ask you all, those of you able to stand, and we'll play our national anthem. As I say, I have the microphone here. I'll pass it along, just a few bars each. Nope. Okay. Australians, oh let us rejoice, for we are young and free, with golden soil and wealth for toil. Our home is good by please be seated. Hold on. You all right? Yeah, that's cool. All right, so, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to introduce you to Councillor Adrian Weston, the Mayor of the Shire of Campaspe. You've already probably all met him as you came in.
Welcome and good evening to all of you today that are making a big decision, and a welcome decision for all of us to become Australian citizens. It's a really important decision, and it will be a big day for you and for your family as well. So we have a few formalities that we need to work through. So what I'll do, I'll just commence with the opening, which is part of the legal requirements for the citizenship ceremony, and I will read the preamble from Schedule 1 of the Australian Citizenship Regulations. Australian citizenship represents full and formal membership of the community of the Commonwealth of Australia. And Australian citizenship is a common bond involving reciprocal rights and obligations, uniting all Australians while respecting their diversity. Persons on whom Australian citizenship is conferred enjoy these rights and undertake to accept these obligations by pledging loyalty to Australia and its people, and by sharing their democratic beliefs, and by respecting their rights and liberties, and by upholding and obeying the laws of Australia. It is a little bit disconcerting to not be able to see you all, and my apologies. I'll now read the Minister's message, which is a welcome message from the Minister for Immigration, Citizenship and Multicultural Affairs, the Honourable David Coleman MP. Today you become an Australian citizen. We are immensely proud of what we have achieved as a nation, and we welcome you in joining us. Our history and culture has been forged over thousands of years, first through Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people, and more recently with people from all corners of the earth. Australia has succeeded as a nation by embracing and defending our national values. We believe in freedom, in the rule of law, in democracy. We believe that all people are equal, regardless of their cultural background, gender, race or religion. We are a resilient nation. We have overcome world wars, depression, drought and flood. We stand with other strong democracies in helping to defend and protect hard-fought freedoms. By committing yourself to Australia today, you have chosen to embrace our nation and its values. Like so many millions of people throughout our history, you have decided to take on the rights and responsibilities of Australian citizenship. On behalf of the Australian Government, I congratulate you on reaching this very special day. It is now your responsibility to join all of us in building an even stronger nation. So now, if I can, I'll ask all of you to stand, and I'll ask you to take the pledge, and I'll read it a bit at a time and ask you to repeat it after me. So if we're all ready, I'll start. From this time forward, under God, I pledge my loyalty to Australia and its people, whose democratic beliefs I share, whose rights and liberties I respect, and whose laws I will uphold and obey. Congratulations.
All right, so Angela, if you would like to go up to the Mayor. Congratulations. Jacques and Simon, if you would like to go up to the Mayor. Benjamin, if you'd like to come forward. All right. Well done, thank you. Anna Marie. Congratulations. Jaminda, Lithuka and Venuthi. Yeah, the books, yeah. And Faith.
So we just have the last little bit of formalities, which is the close of proceedings. So I welcome you as citizens of Australia and congratulate you on your decision to take up Australian citizenship. As citizens of Australia, you are now formally identified with this country, its people and its governments. You have made a pledge of commitment to Australia and its people. The basic right of all Australian citizens is equality before the law. Citizenship is open to all Australian permanent residents who satisfy the requirements of the Australian Citizenship Act, as you have done. Now that you are a citizen, you enjoy the same rights, privileges and responsibilities afforded to all Australian citizens. The conveying of citizenship is now completed, and on behalf of all Australians, I congratulate you and hope you have a happy and successful future as citizens of Australia, which I'm sure you will. Thank you. So that concludes the formal part of our citizenship ceremony, and again, welcome our newest Aussies. It's always a privilege to be able to do this, and our apologies that we weren't able to do it in the fashion that we would hope to, our normal fashion, but with the circumstances we faced floods, droughts, fires, and now COVID. But we're a strong nation, and your contributions will help us to find our way forward through it. There'll be a finish of it, and we look forward to that day. So thank you all. Thank you.